What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be going over talking about the new rewind cards added into College Football 25 Ultimate Team, including Bijan Robinson, Jalen Carter, as well as Gerod Holliman, how good those cards are, and how they're going to affect the auction house as it currently is. Now, we'll say this, obviously, if you do want to open packs, open booster packs, and that's it. Nothing else is obviously worth it on this game. How good are these cards? And again, what are their prices going to be? So just briefly looking at their prices, Jalen Carter, so he's going to, be under 200,000 coins. Not super expensive right there. As far as Holliman, 600K, is he worth that? Probably not. Robinson, I do think, has what it takes to be maybe the best running back in the game. Maybe I'm gassing him. Depends on your chemistry, but again, one of the most complete running backs in the game. 97 change of direction is crazy, but price-wise is looking decently expensive right now. So overall, kind of briefly talked about these rewind cards in our last video. I don't hate them. I just don't think any, obviously Holliman's a stud. Carter's okay. I feel like Carter's last card for his time was just better. And then obviously Robinson's a stud. First up, Holliman. It's weird. On Louisville's website, official website, he's listed at 6'2". In game, 6 feet tall. So I don't know. Somebody pointed that out in my YouTube comments. I don't know why he's not 6'2". 96 speed, 97 acceleration, 94 man, 96 zone, 96 change of direction. He is the best strong safety in the game. And honestly, I'm going to say this. People might not agree. I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close. I think Holliman is by far and away the best, not only strong safety in the game, the best safety in the game. Now, again, people might want to argue that, Pig Cage is close. Jalen Carter is close, but it's not even close. Holliman is, again, by far and away the best safety in the game. He doesn't fit my scheme, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. Does come with, obviously, Recoup on Platinum as far as all the other abilities. Does come with blanket coverage on gold. Could be a really solid ability. I don't necessarily love a lot of his abilities, but again, as far as an overall card, do think he is the best strong safety game. Jalen Carter up next, defensive tackle, Georgia. 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 96 block shed, 96 power moves, good change of direction. As far as his abilities, you guys can give him, obviously, Recoup on Platinum is okay. I don't like any of the other abilities for the card. Carter's good. It just comes down to when I'm looking at the defensive tackles, I think he's just another one like him compared to, the defensive tackle from Oregon. I think the cards are eerily similar. And who do I prefer? Probably the guy from Oregon. And so that's the tough part for Jalen Carter. Obviously, Robinson, I've said this in last night's video. I think he might be the most complete running back in the game. Because if you look at like Reggie Bush, his 75 catching drives me crazy. If you look at like Bryson Washington, his change of direction is not quite as good as Robinson. And so with Robinson, 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 85 catching, 97 change of direction, decent truck, great spin, great juke. As far as his abilities, only Silver Shifty is kind of troll on the card. Silver Workhorse as well. Does get head first on gold, Recoup on Platinum. I'm obviously not the biggest fan of that, but I think Robinson is a stud. I think the card is a beast. Whether you want to use him or not, really is up to you, but I do think that this card has what it takes to be maybe the best and most complete running back in the game. That's just my initial thoughts with Robinson. Again, I have to take a look at his price, all of those types of things. The sad part is the 3 cards that came out today, none of them fit my chemistries, right? I run the 3-3-5 tight chemistry. I run the spread chem. None of those cards fit it. And so, like, for me personally, am I going to buy any of these cards? Probably not. However, I do think Holliman, again, is the best safety in the game. As far as Robinson, as far as Jalen Carter, again, the thing with Jalen Carter is this. 200,000 coins is not bad for him. Honestly, I think you could honestly pay that, and that's okay. Anything really over that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend. And again, as far as Robinson, I do think he has what it takes to be one of the best backs in the game. If you do run that air raid chemistry, which again, most people don't, but if you do run that air raid chemistry, I mean, again, you got to try to find a way to get your hands on Robinson. Obviously, price-wise, he is going to be pretty expensive, but he is one of your better running backs in the game. Now, again, as far as the overall market, let's look at the position groups we got today. We got a new halfback in Robinson. We've got so many good halfbacks in the game. We could see ETN's price going down a little bit. We could see, some of the Bryson Washington's price going down a little bit. And same thing even for Reggie Bush. Like, I feel like a lot of people would rather run Robinson compared to a guy like Reggie Bush. So if you want, could be a decent day to pick him up. Now, as far as defensive tackle positions, guys, it is a solid day to pick up a guy like Lionel Wong if you want him. Like here, you got a card for 200,000 coins. It's one of the best defensive tackles in the game. Can use him as a rental. Again, buy him for 200. You can always sell him back for 175. Use him as a rental. And again, is one of the best defensive tackles in the game. As far as the 96, 97s, CJ West, his price probably will go down slightly today. But again, it's just tough for me to be, super thrilled or excited about a lot of these cards. Now again, Holliman I think is the best strong safety in the game. I honestly thought he might be even more. I know he's not an LTD, but because he is the best strong safety in the game, thought he could be maybe just slightly more expensive. If you do want a, rental type option, Major Burns is still one of the best safeties in the game at 6'2". Remember, you can pick him up for what, 190. And I don't know who's putting this card up, considering they can quick sell him for 175. But you could use him as a rental. Same thing with the guy, let's say, trying to think, is there any other LTDs? Thornton, I don't necessarily love him for his price. So at the strong safety position, again, there's a lot of cards that I'm just not that big of a fan of. I think Carnell's a stud, but he's just not as good as Holliman at the end of the day. I don't love Jalen Reed, so I'm not going to suggest him as a rental. But again, Holliman, if he gets down under like that 300,000 price tag, I think he is, I don't want to say a must pick up, but he's a really solid pickup for that price. So honestly, I don't hate any of the cards that came out today. I think you can make the case that Robinson's the best running back in the game. I'll have a gameplay coming out later today. I think for sure Holliman's the best safety in the game. And again, Jalen Carter on the interior is okay. Top heavy drop, no real budget cards that came out today. But again, should see the prices of the running back. Should they see the prices of the safeties go down slightly today. So what does this mean for the rest of the week? Okay, so like a lot of people ask me, sometimes, is today a good day to, spend coins? Let's not even talk about like specific cards, but just in general, is today a good day to spend cards? Well, what I would just tell you guys to consider is when you are looking at the upcoming week. We saw rewinds today. We're seeing Stars of the Season, Volume 1 coming out tomorrow. Now again, it's Volume 1. We don't know exactly what that's going to be like, but I do expect it to be a really solid content drop. So if you are looking to like build your squad, I would be pretty hesitant spending a ton of coins today. Even on Robinson, for example, I would just be a little, I don't want to say super hesitant, but just a little hesitant spending a ton of your coins today, especially on cards that like are not for sure the best in the game. For like Holliman, I think he's pretty safe just because I do believe he is the best strong safety in the game, and honestly, I don't think it's even close. I have a scheme team, so I'm not going to run him, but I do think with what the card gives you, he is by far and away that best safety in the game. But with like Robinson, with some of these other cards, I would just try to stay patient. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on these new rewind cards on the market and where you guys are at right now. Like I said, for myself, normally I don't, open any of these packs. I don't think they are worth it very much at all. However, at the end of the day, do what you guys want to do. Do what you got to do. And again, if you do open these booster packs, that is probably going to be the best option for you guys. That's going to wrap it up, though, for our video. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.